Hello, you're back with Beatle and we are on Vampire Survivors. Today we're going to be going through a big beginner's guide and a bit of an introduction to what it is if you haven't played it before. Very similar to some of the other games I have played on my channel. So it is like a roguelike upgrade game. You sort of have different characters, different maps. You collect gold where you can unlock different things. So that is where the power up comes from. I've done one game just to make sure it all moves fine. I've upgraded my move speed and greed so I get a bit more gold. But you get gold on every time you play, and these upgrades last through all the games. If we click start here, you can see the different characters we have. As I say, I've only done one small game just to make sure the game was working fine. And here we'll be using Antonio in the very first level. Each character has a sort of hidden ability that you can see at the bottom. Antonio, for example, gains 10% more damage every 10 levels. They also have their own weapon. You can see on here, Antonio uses the whip, Imelda uses the wand, and so on. For now, we will be sticking with Antonio and going through the first level. Let's see how we do. So here you can see the whip fires to the left. Each weapon can be upgraded. The sort of enemies drop the blue gems as they do in the sort of these types of games. The idea being for this game is you need to be able to kill the enemies quick enough to collect the gems to level up. Here we got 3 different upgrades available. We have the axe, the knife, and the Santa Water. Axe, I suppose, is similar to the brick in Survivor.io. Knife just throws a bit of a dagger facing forward, and Santa Water is similar to the sort of fire bottle that sort of spreads around you. For now, I'm going to go with a knife, as it is one of my favourites. You just sort of aim forward, or wherever you're aiming, it shoots, and it does quite a bit of damage, and it can be upgraded to fire more knives. For me, though, this game is really good. I mean, if you haven't played it before, don't be put off by the graphics. It's sort of meant to be like this, but there is so much in-depthness to this game. It's crazy. So I know it might not have even looked that in-depth on the sort of start menu, but plenty of things are sort of secret or unknown. So character-wise, there's around 15 characters. I know it only showed 4 there, but you have to actually unlock things. The achievements that you get also unlock different things in the game. So I think you start off with about 5 different weapons that you can choose from, but each achievement that you get, and there is close to 200 achievements, actually unlocks something new in the game, as well as being there is sort of tokens or artifacts on each map that actually unlock new things as well. Here we'll just upgrade the whip, I think. Similar to the other games, it's always worthwhile upgrading your weapons as much as you can rather than getting lots of low-level ones. The blue bat, or the bat with the blue outline, is sort of not so much an elite boss, but it just has a bit more health than some of the others, and they'll drop, there you go, a little red orb, which is similar to the gold ones, but probably a bit more XP. Here we'll just get the knife again, as that is ideally what I'm trying to get. The gold coins that you can see on the floor that I've just collected, they're what you need to do the sort of permanent upgrades. So that is pretty much what your aim is on most of the times that you're going to play a different level, if you're not trying to complete it. There is a timer at the top. Let me just get an upgrade here. I'll get the King's Bible. So this is similar to the fire orbs in Heroes v Hobbs. I don't think there is one in Survivor.io that is like this, but it's similar to that. It probably does less damage and its more focus is on pushback, but I really like it. It starts off quite underwhelming, but as you upgrade it, obviously it does get better. So they haven't made the game easy. It certainly is quite tricky, and realistically, you're not going to be able to complete this first level first time around, so I know I'm not going to be able to complete it. Each stage does last for 30 minutes. That is the aim that you need to try and last to complete, and there obviously is lots of bosses along the way, with a big final boss on the 30-minute mark. You do need to have upgraded your character quite a bit in order to get to that stage. Not so much just upgraded your character, but you'll get lots of achievements along the way which will unlock new things, and some of the perks being that you get an actual mini-map so you can see where you are, see where the enemies are, see any artifacts along the way. Crown, character gains 8% more experience, so that is a new in the previous game that I played off screen just to make sure the game was working well. Crown was one of the achievements that I unlocked, where you gain a bit more experience, but I don't think I'll go for that. I'll just get the knife. We get a few more projectiles and a bit more damage. So as you can see, there's lots of enemies on the screen. The idea being that you need to try and kill them because you need their experience. If you just run away, the experience does stay on the screen, so that is worth noting, that you're not going to lose the experience. But if you don't kill the enemies and gain the experience, the enemies will sort of scale up faster than your damage does, and that is when you eventually get overrun and just die, which is pretty much what is happening right now, because obviously the character is so weak. I've not really got any upgrades on him, so I'm just trying to fire my knives into the big groups, trying not to take too much damage. I haven't got anything that actually lets me heal my HP up. You can find sort of chicken breasts and roast chickens on the map that do heal you up, but I haven't actually seen any. Just trying to kill that little blue one so I can try and get he should drop a chest. In that chest should be able to give me an upgrade, and it will also provide me some weapons. It should have a chest of weapons, so that is what I'm trying to kill. There it is. I got it too quick before the chest even fell, but it did give me this, I think. Peachone is also another new weapon, so if you just started the game, you probably won't have it, but I'll get the Peachone. It's similar to one of the drones that sort of fires. I think it's quite underwhelming to start with, but again, it can be upgraded really well. And you can also get a black bird that flies around it, and similar to the drones in Survivor.io, they can be combined once they reach a high enough level. Just got the chicken breast there to try and heal myself up, but I can tell it's getting quite hectic at the moment. No, the chicken, that's very helpful. There's just a lot of enemies. I know my attacks aren't doing too much damage, but I'll keep going, see how I can do. Should get another level up here. We do. Let's upgrade the Peachone, because I know that once that is high enough level, it is very powerful. Fires one more projectile and base area up 40%. So very similar to the drone in Survivor.io. Here we have, I suppose, similar in Survivor, when you get a boss and you get those sort of things that close in on you. Very similar to that. I don't think there is actually a sort of a boss where all the enemies disappear. Bosses just sort of come on the screen with you, and there should be one in here with me somewhere. Usually like a grasshopper or praying mantis. In fact, there it is. It's on the outside, can't actually get in, so I'll take that time to try and kill all the little enemies around me before it gets too close to me. It'll generally just have lots of HP, do a lot of damage, and if you get hit by it, it's pretty much game over. So I'll try and get my knives into it as quickly as I can. These just have so much health. I'm trying to get some upgrades, but it's really tricky to try and collect the orbs whilst doing the damage. I'm gonna have to leave that boss for a second. I'll try and collect some of these orbs from the enemies that I killed earlier. You can get magnets and other sort of power-ups as well. I just haven't seen any. I'm not sure if I have to actually unlock them first. As I say, I've literally done one short playthrough of the first stage before. Fire wand fires at a random enemy, deals heavy damage. Spinach raises inflicted damage by 10%, or crown gains more experience. I'll go for the fire wand. From memory, because I have played this game before. I've actually played it quite a lot on another platform, and it was just a while ago, and I'm just trying to remember exactly what the best weapons are. I do remember that I liked these throwing knives. I think that the fire wand was quite underwhelming, but looking at it, it seems okay. Quite similar to the fire mage actually in Heroes v Hordes, but there we go. Try and get this chicken just to get a bit more HP back. There's no way that I'm going to be surviving to 30 minutes, and I think that's the way that the devs have intended it, which is why I actually quite like the setup of the game, where you've got to try and get as much gold as possible in order to upgrade your character. So as you can see in the top right, just below what level I am, is the amount of gold I've got. I think because I've already got some of these chests in the run I did previous, that it's not giving me them. Usually you get around 500 to 1,000 gold per run. Now is it a bit less, just because I think I've got some of those chests already. If I can try and kill this blue bat, it might be able to drop a chest, and we haven't actually seen a chest so far, which is a bit of a shame, but I'm sure we can try and find one. Try and get another level up, just because there's a big group of enemies following me here, and I really don't have the firepower to do much damage to them. We'll have to get the whip here. I don't really want the axe, and the laurel is just a bit of a shield, so we'll get the whip. The whip is actually quite a powerful weapon, and at the end of the game, game, it does actually say what weapons have done the most damage, so you can actually check and determine, wow, that praying mantis is still alive. There we go, he's dropped it, and he's dropped that chest, so we'll try and get that chest just so you can see. Here it is, treasure found. So it will give you one weapon, similar to the bosses in Survivor IO. It can actually give you up to 5, I think, and the gold scales with the chest as well. So 171 is the lowest that it will really ever give you, but there we go, we'll upgrade the King's Bible and it'll fire one more projectile for us. So I will take it. There we go, we've got 2 spinning rounders, and we'll just get this nice little roast chicken, try and get a bit more HP. I have to try and work my way back up where I've just been running, but these enemies are getting really strong. I've been struggling to try and actually collect as many gems as I can, just because I'm not really killing that many enemies. They're taking quite a few hits to go down here, but it is what it is. We'll keep going through as best we can. I think in the run I did before, just to make sure the game was working properly and the audio, etc., I lasted around 9-10 minutes at max. So I'm getting to the point where I know I'm going to be really struggling. And here, let's just get the whip. We'll upgrade what we can. So I do know this game has a lot of depth to it. There's lots of different stages, lots of different unlocks that you can do. So what I'll be doing is I'll be starting this series from scratch, going from where I am now to hopefully 100% complete at the end of it. So if you are struggling, this will be a series in how to do all sorts of different things, sort of one by one. So I'll be going through each chapter, what each legend does, if they're called legends in this game, and the sort of best abilities to use, best weapons to get, and that's what we will be doing. I nearly killed myself there by not paying attention to where I was running, but just about hanging on. I'll see if I can find a chicken, but as I said, I only lasted 10 minutes in the previous run, and I'm pretty much one shot to anything that comes near me now. There we go, level up. We'll upgrade the Peachone again, so it fires one more projectile and base damage up by 10%, which I won't say no to. But as you can see, I've just fired all those knives into that little flying bird, and it wasn't even close to going down. And now we're in another little boss arena, so we have that praying mantis back on our tail, and we have the flowers sort of closing in on us, so it's going to be really tricky to avoid it. I'll do my best. Just about managing to hang on, and as I say that, we die, but there we go. We'll take the gold, and I'll just show you exactly what that is. So new achievements, here you go, find 5 floor chickens, and that unlocks garlic. Garlic is similar to the sort of area damage around you, and in the previous run I had 6 unlocks by getting to certain levels and upgrading certain weapons, and each unlock gives you something new in the game. And as you can see on the left middle, what weapons have done what damage, and the DPS as well. So interestingly, the fire wand, only level 1 had the highest DPS, so maybe I was wrong about that, and that is something I should be using. The King Bible is more about pushback than it is damage, so I wasn't expecting that to be too high. And then the knife and whip are pretty similar, so that is good to know. Let's just go through the unlocks. Here we go. So they're what I unlocked in the previous one when I reached certain low levels. The wings, the crown, and there's 98 different upgrades to get. So that is what we will be playing through as we play through the game. And you can see my gold, 377. Here's what I bought before: the move speed, character moves a bit quicker, and some greed. But now pretty much I will be trying to upgrade my health, recovery speed, whatever it may be, just to try and increase my character's power. And you can obviously upgrade different characters as well, unlocking different characters, unlocking different stages. But there we go, that is the first episode in Vampire Survivors. Do let me know if you've played the game before, if you like it, if you're going to enjoy this series. Any tips along the way would be greatly appreciated. But if you have enjoyed the video, if you do like the content, please do like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks a lot.